We built a corn maze. "85 days ago, we set foot here at Muddy Boots Pumpkins, a local farm here in Duvall, Washington. People have traveled from all over the country to walk this maze, but it's much more than corn to this local family. It's community, it's tradition, and the volunteers here are more than just helpers. Today, we're not only taking you behind the scenes to see how this corn maze is actually built, but to see if this incredible farm family can overcome all the obstacles, weather, and tight deadlines. The only question is, will they be ready for opening day? Let's find out. Unleash the dinos!
Take a look at these incredible props, from the brand new general store to scarecrows and vintage milk trucks. Everything is designed to give the guests an unforgettable experience. Now let's head over to the prop room.
When I decided the very first to do on the maze, we decided we were going to make a scavenger hunt. We figured all that out. But I decided everything will be junk. I mean, every last thing we built it out of is garbage, man. Literal garbage, stuff that's broken that you have that you don't want, can't be thrown away.
How did you get involved in Muddy Boots?
Just good friends of mine, and could always use all the help they can get doing stuff. So I come down after work when I get off early enough and on the weekends.
Oh, there we go. Who's this?
She's a staple here.
Maddie.
She sits on the four-wheeler when everybody's around. They know her.
Oh, hi.
Muddy Boots is like, there's something magical about it where people feel at home and they want to be here. People down the road that have, they do like camping gear type stuff. I thought it was a bug. I almost blew it right off of my So that's the corn seed. This is the fertilizer. The unique thing about the corn maze that's different than how we plant regular corn is that you crisscross. So he has to do twice the work.
Why is it purple?
The color helps identify different varieties, whether it's days of growing season, different chemicals. So I'm going to get turned around here, check which way. These are called my field markers, which is how I know where I've planted the corn. It kind of tells me where to drive on my next pass. And I'm going to drop my corn row marker. And I can see my augers are spinning. And you can't see it right now, but I've got a monitor inside the cab that shows that I'm planting. Seeds are falling in all 8 rows. It also tells me when I'm out of seed.
A few moments later.
So what's the difference between this corn and sweet corn?
So this is called field corn. This is stuff that we grow specifically for cows, so it gets really tall. Theoretically, if we plant it in July like we did, it's not supposed to get a bunch of ears. It always does. And then we actually cut this for the cows. Sweet corn is what you and I eat. You'll see people coming out and they're carrying it thinking they've like scored a big thing, and they're like, oh, this doesn't taste very good.
So we're going to start here.
Okay.
On his nose piece. We're going to come up underneath, then we're going to cut into the nose here. Okay, spin all the way around. So everything that's not in the pink colored right here that you just saw, we just did all of this.
It's been a little bit different, taking us longer to cut the corn maze this year. We had a little bit of issue, like we all have sometimes. So with the planting, didn't quite go as planned. So we had quite a few missed spots. So we ended up having to come out and do a bunch of hand planting, which we've never had to do before.
We normally have rules on the front.
We do.
When you go to the store.
Oh, do you?
We do. We have a list of rules. What's the very last one? What's it say?
Have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Yep.
It's a motto we love here.
Yep. Have fun. And volunteer.
Once the corn was fully grown and before the first prop could even get placed, they went back in to tidy things up. And as you can see, they're even using zip ties to hold the corn together, making sure none of those clever kids can cut through the maze.
Let's go, great leader. First prop of the season, going out. Go ahead. Here we are.
Yeah, usually you'll see like a leaf on the corners where people put leaves on the side of corners to mark where they bed.
Come on, Jody.
Okay.
And what's funny is when
There's the corner park.
All right, Colleen. So
Hi.
I see all these pumpkins here. Did you put these here? Did somebody else put those here?
Volunteers came in last night and made me piles of pumpkins in multiple different locations. So I will touch every one of those pumpkins over there and just get this place decorated and as magical as possible for everyone to come. It's about, you know, building a place for the community to come to and from far and wide and spend time in a magical field. Go get lost in the corn maze. We have so much to offer, and with all the new things that we're offering this year, I think we're going to be a more spectacular year. You can come out and have a good time, whether it's beautiful sunshiny day or if it's pouring down rain, because I want to see you and make sure that you have the greatest experience possible at Muddy Boots Pumpkins.
So how many acres is the property we're sitting on right now?
160.
The corn maze behind us, how many acres roughly would you say is the actual maze itself?
About 8 acres.
About 8 acres of maze. Can you talk about how friends and volunteers have become part of your, I call it your farm family?
People just love it. They love the atmosphere, they love the camaraderie and watching the creation of things. Like the kids that come that have worked, and even work, they get paid here. They come back year after year after year, and after they left for college, they come or they see us on the streets and they give me a big hug and they're like, I miss so much being at Muddy Boots.
So what would you say has been the most rewarding from your perspectives of just Muddy Boots and this whole journey to this point today?
For me, I think it's a way that you can continue farming, and at the same time, you know, a lot of commercial agriculture gets a lot of bad press sometimes, and everybody loves to be here.
For me, it's watching something that started as such an ugly piece of ground and turning it into something beautiful and doing it with my friends and people that come in here and all of a sudden they love it so much that they want to be a part of it.
Where do you see Muddy Boots in the future, and what dreams or hopes do you have for the farm moving forward?
To infinity and beyond,
Let's
Buzz
go.
Lightyear.
Yeah.
One of my short-term goals is to remodel one of our barns and have a seasonal marketplace where people can bring in their local goods, and you know, our daughter can make butter and cheese and we can sell that there. My thing is I want this farm to grow, but I still want people to feel like it's a small farm when they come here. Maybe some concerts in the summertime, you know, small venue type things.
Concerts, I mean, you know, we know a guy. We know a guy. Morgan, do you hear that? Talking to the community and just how close-knit like Duvall is, and for me just a few years ago, like I've been here 6 years, but I think it was like 2-3 years in, it just kind of clicked. I'm like, oh my God, this place is incredible. Like, and I don't know how that shifted or what day it was or anything like that, but it definitely shifted for me. It's like, oh my God, I want to make a TV show and tell the world about like how cool this is. And I'm sure some people are like, no, don't tell anybody because we want to keep it really small. Right. And that's fine too. You know, I think that there's a nice hybrid somewhere in the middle there. Like we're talking about being close to Seattle, but kind of not. Like I think there's a happy ground for that too. But like with this community, like what do you want to kind of the message to tell them? Or
for me, I want to say thank you. Thank you for letting us be a part of your families and making us a tradition now. We couldn't do it without them.
For me, I just hope they keep having fun. They want to learn. You know, like I love the volunteers. If these kids can come down here and get their hands in the dirt, help build something cool for the maze, learn something other than getting on their phone.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate
thank you,
it. Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Right on. Yeah.
Thanks for being such an advocate for us.
Thanks everybody for being so cool. Well, they did it. Muddy Boots is officially open here in Duvall, Washington, and the vibe is absolutely electric here today. So through all the adversity, through all the challenges, having to go hand plant some of the corn, losing some of the corn to severe weather, I'm telling you, there's one thing in the last 3 months that we've learned about this farm family is when they work together, they can accomplish anything. Come check this place out today. Come see Muddy Boots and see the vibe for yourself. Buddy Buck, peace.